and I want to address from the legislators' process, right? The approval of contracts. See, because it's a lot of misconception on it passing, not passing. When it address that process, because people don't know the actual process of how it comes from the
like
negotiations.
Union contracts, for instance.
Yes, union contracts.
Okay.
When it comes from negotiations to your floor to get passed, to get put in place.
The Board of Legislators are not involved in negotiating contracts. That's number one. A lot of times we don't even know negotiations are taking place. Okay? When the contracts are negotiated between the union and the administration, because that's who is empowered to do those negotiations, the county executive's office. Once they are approved, each party has approved them, signed off on them, they come to the Board of Legislators for an up or down, yes or no vote. They will come on the agenda, be referred to the committee that's going to be law, and I'm not going to talk about what else it's going to be called. It'll be referred to Budget and Appropriations Committee, Legislation Committee, most likely, and then it'll come from that to the full board for a yes or no vote.
Okay.
We do not negotiate contracts.
Right.
Okay.
Period. Point
Right.
blank.
And when it comes to the board, it goes through a process where it gets referred to a committee. The committee then actually would call in the let's say the commissioner of that department and would ask him questions about what the terms of the contract is about, the funding for the contract, in other words, whether the money's in the budget or not in the budget, and things of that nature.
Right.
Now, we may decide on whether to move forward or not move forward based on those information we have received. In terms of move forward, up or down vote.
Right.
Based on the information we received. And so that's the way that it works generally.
Right. Because the reason why I say that, because there's a lot of confusion up at the jail, because it was reported that you did approve the contract, and officers expected their money the first.
Let me make sure.
We just want to be clear.
The point there was more of a budget issue. When the contracts are approved, right? We look to the budget. We look to see whether money is there to fund what we're approving. Because you pass a law and you don't have the money, it's like give somebody a bounce check.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
Because you don't have the money to pay. So we look to whether or not the money is there. The administration who negotiate the contract should ensure when they do that and they say to us that the money is there, because it's not up to us to really put the money in for the contract, because we negotiated.
Right.
And so I think that was the issue with the corrections contract that caused some confusion, because we didn't have the budget that we had did not have the money in that budget for the contract.
Okay.
Now, we spoke to the county executive, incoming county executive. He says, look, move forward with it. I'm going to work with the unions, and I'm going to work around and see if we can, what we can do.
Okay.
And that's fine with us. But we will not move forward with an administration who did not give us any kind of inkling in terms of what they intended to do, and just send us a contract without money in the budget for it. And so that was really the delay. And I think the Lyndon administration really played a great role coming in with all of the problems they have to try to actually be fair with the unions, to say, look, we're not going to look back, we're going to look forward, we're going to try to make this work. And that was a great thing that he did as a new county executive. And I think that he has a way of understanding the workers, understanding that people have families to feed, and people don't have to understand that you need to deal with unions in a fair and balanced way. And so he decided to move forward with it, and we move forward. Because there's a commitment now to try to find the money for
So the process is now finding the money.
The process now is finding the money.
Okay. So everybody be clear, and people that are watching, so they understand, because it's a lot of different things.
I mean,
And I think
ideally,
clarity is
yeah.
important.
Yes, yes,
Clarity is
yes.
important, yeah, because what happens then is people come back and they point fingers and say, well, the legislators
Well,
Yeah.
well,
are not,
well, they
you know,
already,
are not
it's
approving
already
our
being
contract.
done. It's already
You know what I
being
mean?
done. Right.
And that is
Right.
because they don't know.
Thank
But
you.
they don't know that that's not the process. The process is that we approve an up and down vote. The money has to be there
Yeah.
for you to get paid at the end of the day.
Right.
We are hesitant sometimes because we don't want to approve a vote, and we don't seem to have a commitment from the people who negotiate the contract,
Right.
and we end up in a situation where we approve a contract that doesn't have the money to fulfill it.
Right.
So I think that the difference in this is that you had a person coming in, there's a change in the county executive, and the new county executive coming in was willing to try to work this out.
Okay.
You know, that's what the process. We got to still find the money for it.
Okay.
You know.
All right.